Alright folks, welcome back to Campaign 18. Oh boy, what is it, episode 32? It doesn't matter, it'll be in the title and it might even be correct, but I wouldn't hold my breath. Is this a real battle? Okay. So it's not one that I can fight. Looks like it's only an auto-resolve, yeah? Looks like one we might win. Alright, well that would be some fine news. Gotta get my bearings here. And I'm not sure what I hit to do that, but I did something. Anyhow, let's see what's going on. So over here by Winchester, this is Hood's Corps, and then it's 2 divisions, Hampton's Corps, 2 more divisions, Hardy's getting rested. Am I missing? Oh no, Fulkerson. I don't know how I missed Fulkerson here. So we have 3 divisions down here. All right, and we did clear the Union out of here, which is pretty nice. I want to burn this because, well, do I want to burn this? Yeah, I mean it can help with supply moving up and down the valley. I don't think the Union would come back to this. You know what? I will probably keep it there. Yeah, I just don't see any easy way that the Union's going to come in and be like, we got your supply depot. I think they'd have to come down here and move over. I mean, maybe we need to start bumping some of these divisions just up a little bit and seeing what the supply situation is. That's fine. It's Coleman, Kirby Smith. Trying to get in here and get to Ewell. We'll see if that does anything. Move Johnston up, and I think at some point we also might need to... I don't know if we need to even worry about this. I mean, you know, if Lynchburg falls, maybe we just press for it again sometime later. What is our support in Virginia is up to 49%. Again, when we took over from the AI, this is a notable improvement. Is this group getting healthy? I'm trying to remember what the situation... Well, this is not an optimized group for taking on forts, or much of anything for that matter. So we have 15 ships in here, so we could probably safely send 7 back. That's not too healthy. You look like you could use some more work. Repair. Same. It's pretty low. That's not very high. We'll send it back for repairs. Let's see if there's anything here that we could take out that might be good. No, second-rate steamer's not good, but you know, if we had to lose it somewhere, we could probably lose it here. Although they can be good at blockading. I don't know how much we're really going to invest in blockading. Probably nothing. Which reminds me, there was... Yeah. This is so weird a couple episodes ago. We beat the Navy, and then it didn't move anywhere. And so then we attacked it again. We beat it, and then we lost, and our fleet evaporated. It was a great moment. Great moment in Grand Tactician history. Anyways, all right. So who's back? You're gonna keep me guessing here. Corpus Christi Squadron. Yeah, they're actually not. They're not that ready to go out. Let's just put you for sure back in harbor. Sloop of War is not really that good. I always think of it as more of a... I mean, 9 guns. Conclad rams. Some of them are okay. Several need work. Ugh. So, all right, we don't need to stare at this too long and think about that one too much. The Navy is a sideshow, but people still pay attention to sideshows, and sideshows can add up to have an effect. This doesn't look like it should have an effect at all. Where is this? But I also don't want the AI to bungle this. And so maybe we go in, just dispatch it on our terms, and we can move on. I don't expect too much out of this. But I've said that before, and things did not go well. I think it was in the, maybe not the previous episode, but the one before that. I think I had 17,000 men, and you had 10,000. And I lost. I'm not spoiling anything because it already happened and went up. And it was a tale of two divisions. One moved faster than I thought, and the other did not. And the other that, honestly, both those divisions, they were just not well armed. There were not that many divisions left that didn't have some notable upgrades over the pretty much 1861 or 1862 weapons, and that was it. And I think that was both of them. So anyways, the bad news is we have a long way to go. The bad news is they have a fairly healthy amount of victory points. So that's 13. I think that's a 3. 13 and 8 is 21. And so I think this is probably, well, even, yeah, having, honestly, getting that, yeah, the 10-pointer pretty much gives you the 3-pointer. That will likely be the route of attack, because I can use a lot of cover and concealment. I don't think I'm on the clock very much. Yule, yes, Yule is here. We'll put him here. And what little housekeeping we can do, we will. So we'll do that with them. We will detach, take you off of cold steel, put you onto evade, and hit play. It's almost the end of the day, which is not great either. But being in August, we might get further. We'll see. And we'll let the Cav go. That's probably our best chance to move some ground up. And maybe be able to bubble deploy forward for the next day. It just gets us closer to it. Alright, so Evans' Cav is on the run. That means we can safely move, I think, Yule's division without losing too much. Alright, so it's only a division, so we'll just put it there. And move it up to 20x. Alright, so we have another division that has showed up. Coleman and Smith are now both here. Well, I said it wasn't going to take long, and it didn't. So I guess maybe, I don't know if it was late enough. Maybe it was late enough that it immediately went to nighttime. Yeah, I did a strength check and said nope. That's okay. I know that some people, I don't know that I've seen this anymore, but I think interest in the game has kind of died out, or the people who continue to play kind of get it, and they just make it work, and it's not really something to post about unless you're a little bit newer, just starting to run into it. But a long time ago, people were frustrated because I think particularly when they were supposed to defend, they had these really great defenses, and then the AI would just avoid them, or sometimes withdraw, and like people just wanted to beat up on the AI. I think the devs changed it so that the AI would at least probe a little bit and try to make something happen in that engagement before withdrawing. I didn't like that decision, and so I modded it to my own language, which is basically if the AI has no plausible chance that they will withdraw once that becomes clear. And alright, so we got Fort Whipple. It may immediately go back under siege, or it might go under siege once like its walls are up. Not exactly sure how that decision works, or how that calculation works. Garland alright, so Garland Jr. is stable. Is that improving? That is a lot of unhappy people, especially considering we have level 3 embedded reporters. Like, those lower level guys should not be that big of a problem. Yeah, I mean, seeing this really makes me wonder. I don't think embedded reporters is worth it. Like, it's fine, but if the unhappiness is only going to affect... Well, I guess it's almost 2%. Yeah, I guess it's almost 2% per week. Morale's capped at fighting spirit of 85%. I mean, I don't know. Maybe, but probably not. I think for the most part, you can usually just ignore unhappy people. But all right, we will move Garland over here in the hopes that good things happen. But most of those divisions, except for Beauregard's, is very beat up on readiness. So that's that. But anyways, we were clearing things out down here, and that's continuing. Hazen, I think, is... I mean, if he doesn't, like, full run away, he's probably gonna run out of supply, I would think. I don't know. We'll see. Check our finances. Yeah, it's not good, but, you know, that happens in war. And we're just trying to control our fiscal descent here. Yeah, it's been all quiet in the middle. I think my plan was to get this Mississippi... Oh my goodness. It's, where is the port you'll return to? I'm willing to see what it looks like. They don't really need supply, but we could try to put that squadron right here. Guessing that this is a new bond. Yeah. 6.76% too. Good for the bondholders, I guess. I still think I ordered Stribley over here previously to just see if they could hang out maybe around here. And we might as well try to get the expert scouts. I always forget to take that one. Intelligence gathering double. This unit has elite Cav scouts, iron scouts. Okay. Wise, you can move a little bit over here. We'll just, yeah, it's out west, so, you know, it's the most out west, and so we can kind of let that one go as it does. Certainly, we're not looking to throw, but if we lose, it's, you know, Arkansas. All right, 20 days left until we get diplomacy for it, and I think my reasoning was that it opens up organized blockade running, which isn't bad. It also opens up the possibility of supporting Mexican intervention, Diplomacy 5, and more subsidies for... Why can I not remember this? It's the one project I really want here, which is trade deals. Yeah. Man, the next take is expensive, right? We still need 8 million more till we can get it. It may not be worth it. I had good success with trade deals as the Union, but maybe the same is not to be had here. I could also maybe experiment with send envoys, which I never really thought much of, and I still don't think too much of it. But maybe it's something we'll pursue. I think improved credit rating is just tremendously expensive, and we might be able to save up enough for one more take of it, and after that I feel like just don't even worry about it. Because the war would be too little, I think, late. Too little. Oh my goodness. Too little left of the war, too late in the war to worry about it. All right, the Union's hanging in there as we are midway through August of 1863. It is, yeah. So as long as they're lower than us, we should be happy. Though they do have about 60,000 more troops, so we're not happy. We've won some more battles. We have some more battle experience on average. Morale of our armies is higher, but the overall up here, we are actually slightly down, which is fine. But we're waiting on the Union here to make a move. Or do we just push Hazen's division? Nah, I don't think so. I think I'm happy just sitting here. You know, we spend so much in subsidies that if we don't feel like we're getting a good deal for it, maybe just cut off that spending. It shouldn't hurt too much. Tariffs, yeah, you could see what happened when we reduced them. About 80 million a year to 13 million a year. I don't know that other things are helping. Looks like the economy has grown a bit. Not bad, but yeah. So anyways, there's that. I want to say that I fixed all the weapons, and I believe it was these two corps up here that had the worst weapons late. And some, well, I guess I didn't get everybody. Alright, so we actually have some. We have some to give, and I don't even know if I'm remembering this one correctly, but I thought we tried to make sure that at least one regiment in each brigade had something. So far it looks like, alright, it looked like most of the brigades under Cable had decent weapons except for McAllister. So I'm guessing he was a late add. Martin, right, he was the one who had that awful, okay, so they don't. So Martin clearly is the furthest behind. So he ought to be the first. I think on artillery everything is fine. Yeah. So whatever, we'll give some better weapons here. This is kind of annoying that whenever you finish giving them the weapon, you have to slide over again to kind of make that work. Fayetteville, sure. Plains rifles, sure. Alright, and now I think the other ones just need something a little bit better. Mississippi's are certainly better. And then I didn't even check on the last folks in Lee's. Probably whatever Lee's latest division is might need some work, but then that'll only be one group I have to remember, and I'll know that I have everybody else done, and it's a little bit easier to work through. Alright, we'll give them Richmond's. And I don't know, maybe we can finish up equipping. Okay, Springfield rifle muskets are fine. Mixed muskets, not so much. Alright, let's change these guys out. Springfields, again, are fine. Since I think once you equip them, if like weapons break down and stuff, I don't think that they pull from that stock. So I'm not that worried about it. Alright, so you got that, and you got Richmond's, and you have Fayetteville. So yeah, it actually looks like we should get every unit in here. Like a pretty good gun. Which, again, after the whooping they took, they need some sort of consolation prize for that. Yeah, Fayettevilles are fine. And Jackson will give Springfield rifle muskets. Alright, that's good. We have cav weapons for days, so that's not a concern of mine. Oh, that's... No... Huger, Hood... Yeah, I don't know why I didn't see Lee before, but I didn't. And are they all... Ugh. So some of them are still holding reboards, but... Honestly, reboards are better than mixed muskets. And so I think everybody there is squared away. I mean, certainly if we can do better than reboard, we will. We will upgrade them. But... I think even those are probably good enough. Mississippi's are great, of course. And this is what we do between battles. We scrounge, try to put people in the best situation to win the next battle. Mississippi. All right. Plains rifle, sure. And that's looks like it's just enough to bring everybody up to speed. There might be a couple of random regiments somewhere that also have like mixed muskets or Springfield 1842s, but they should be the distinct minority at this point. And probably too soon to tell about the supply situation here. We'll just give it some time and see how it runs down. They do have flying columns, so they should take, right, they have the higher maximum supply. Sometimes I wonder about, you know, just running these groups back and forth, you know, and just trying to build up the perk stuff here, but I don't. Do I want to try to force the Union out of Carrollton? You know what? What kind of force can I get here? And how soon? I mean, you could do rail, you could do river, you could do forced march. I don't really care. Stribling? Let me give you the same... I don't think there's any rail here that's going to help you, but... why not? Sure. Okay, we don't need price and scouting. He's already done the skilled cartographers thing, so that's fine. But we will move up here and see if maybe there's just 1 or 2 divisions. Maybe we can knock them out, and then fall back to Fort Smith. All right, this feels like another. You know what? I'm just gonna auto-resolve it. I'm sure it's a mistake, but I just don't feel like getting into another one. Not right now, and then just having them retreat. All right. So we're here. Everybody's here. So why don't you actually don't move up at the double. Don't do any of that. Yeah, just move up at regular speed because we need everybody else to kind of show up with you. That's fine. We want you out of scouting. Yeah, we want we want Donovan. Yes. Want you here. Good. And then Wise. As fast as he can get here, that'll also help. And we'll see what they get. But yeah, if we can hit one. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This Mississippi squadron is moving. Gotta go deal with that now. How are we doing here? Thought maybe we would have resupplied. A little bit. Why don't we throw another one in here? And now I think we got to go try to chase this group down. It's a pretty good squadron for that. That's actually like one I would have built. Because you got the firepower of the ironclads and you have the tankiness of the monitors. Yeah, and you can see the Union's favored to win that one, so we'll see what we can do. Alright, so that's all that. Wise is moving in. What we're going to try to do is seize the supply depot, maybe recapture Carrollton. I don't care so much about that, but then just burn the supply depot and get out of there. And then we're going to have to race over here and try to deal with this, so... all that to be seen. How? Okay. So they lost 11, 1200. See, we still lost like 750. Like, that's the thing. If I knew the enemy was going to take the fight, I would have fought it. But I feel like if I was there, they would have just cut and run like they did in that earlier battle. All right, so you're all still doing weird stuff. Illinois, Chicago, and yeah, Cairo. All right, so we got to actually try to capture this thing here. Come on. Give it to me. What are you doing here? Let me capture that darn supply depot. Alright, I don't need you all here, though. We can start sending Donovan back. And I'll send him there. Yeah, all that's fine. You can practice your force marching. Wise, I think it's kind of a similar story. You should be able to get moving. Come on. This is so weird. Like, even though we're here, it's still not flipping that supply depot. What is wrong with you, man? How many of you need to be on this supply depot? Oh, so I guess they just ran the fort there. They actually didn't try to engage it. Interesting. I didn't think the AI would do that. It had nothing to do with the Union. I just thought they would try to attack it if they could. Davidson's division's out here. There's no reason. Yeah, okay. That's what I wanted. Abandon that sucker. Alright. Maybe. You know what? Doesn't feel worth it. It just doesn't. Okay. You can go there and price. Give me price here. Price, you can come here. And Wise, yeah, that's where we want you, I guess. Donovan, you can go out there. That's fine with me. Why can't we do... Yeah, let's do Forced March and try to get that perk moving up. Speed is important. I mean, everywhere. That's always true, but especially out west when you got vast distances to cover and rely a little bit more on waterways than you do on railroads because the railroad density is not as high out there. Alright, Hardy. Now we could put him in scouting to get his readiness back faster. Williams is in the red. We're just going to move Williams back here. Oh, I see. So we got flying column, skilled cartographer, Bureau of Military Intelligence Gathering, field telegraph, expert scouts. It's pretty good intelligence gathering, right? Plus 25%. That seems much better than Bureau of Military Affairs, right? I don't know what the level like 3 is, but seem good. All right, so was that an option for more bling on the battlefield? All right. Monthly intelligence report. When do I ever see? Okay. Whose previous failures? Yeah, I don't remember any of them. All right. It's amazing how slow the core HQs move. That's also true in the battlefield. I figure for a small group that's mounted and is impatient to go other places, they would be a lot better. Training is very good. I mean, that's the only other thing I can think of to look at is, right, the amount of training. Here's another case where we have unhappy folks. Like low fame and leadership, and yet the dude has embedded reporters. I would think that would be helping the men in that command, but I guess not. What is this, Fort Whipple? Oh, Fort Pillow. Okay, after that one group ran through. Gotcha. Yeah. Oh, okay, you got another one here. Cartographers is good. Cartographers is good. That means I probably should put you in scouting. Sure. Huh. Yeah, Hardy's already got skilled cartographers, so doing it doesn't really help. Siege Train, I don't know that I chose Siege Train. I'm not sure who did, but doesn't seem like one of the better ones. Skilled cartographers, embedded reporter. It says speed of fame development doubled, so I guess whatever doubles fame. Presumably, I'm thinking just fighting battles. Which in the East, there's no shortage of. Are these guys... Is Wise for real? He's acting like he does not know he's supposed to move back here. Alright, I think something happened and it was not clear to him that he was supposed to move. Yes, so our Mississippi squadron is going to try to engage this Mississippi squadron. So they knock that off. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's okay. All right. So diplomacy 4 is, let's just get it done. Okay. And then we'll think about the next course of action. Union blockade, so far, I don't think it's doing much. Yeah, 11% is nothing we need to seriously worry about. Louis Napoleon, John Bull. Anyways. Blockade running, possibly. Conscription Act, I'd like to hold off on it, though I do like the speed of replacements being doubled. I think some of the slackening fighting makes replacements matter less. Nationalized trade, I don't like the support loss this soon if I can avoid it. I don't know. Halt cotton trade, I don't know about going after public wealth. I was thinking maybe Ag 3. Revenue Ag 3 is not bad either. Though I do hate, again, going after my own support. I'm gonna look... Well, we might do Ag 3 first, and then come back to blockade running. I don't know if I really want to give the Union +3 national morale. Number of recruitments in Texas decreases by 50%. But it does help with European relations, French arms imports. I'll mull it over, I guess, until the next policy comes through. But it doesn't sound too attractive yet. What am I not doing here? That's right, we haven't moved this group out yet because I just don't think anything is getting I lied. Everything is actually pretty well prepared. Yeah. I feel like we could use something here. This is pretty good, and yeah, it's good enough. Yeah, some of this other stuff's alright too. But we'll do that. And maybe we will... So I think this is what's... I think we actually reached him over here. No clue as to how it's going. I don't think it's going to go too well. Because sending cotton-clad rams into Ironclads, it just doesn't seem like a good idea, but I can't let this go on, right, unchallenged. I'm just really not sure what to do. You can see we're having absolutely no effect. We're at close range, and so I think our cottonclads are... the cotton's going to catch on fire, and it's going to take these wind boats down with us, but... So was the history here of the CSA Brownwater Navy. Yeah, I don't even really see a silver lining, like, oh, we sunk that or disabled that. They're pretty much all fine, and we are not. I guess if I wanted to cheese the AI, I could create other squadrons, and after you burn through their readiness in one battle, I could send another one in and try to beat them on readiness. It just feels so bad. Like, it's such a cheesy way to win that, alright, that's cool. We constructed a new ship. That's... Not disappointed about that. That's fine. What? Did... No. All enemy ships escaped. No, we did. Well, yeah, that was a remarkable strategic victory. Are we going to disintegrate? They disintegrated? Oh my goodness. I would be so raging if I was the AI capable of rage. But then again, like, a similar thing happened to me. And again, disintegrate doesn't mean the ships go away. So if you're unfamiliar with the game, most of them come back and they just appear in, like, as a ship in harbor, and then you just put them in a different fleet, and it's mostly okay. You know, if they had had like a perk or anything, they would have lost that. The experience of the squadron would be lost, but you know, you're not like really losing a lot of stuff that matters. I'm gonna see if Stribling can survive there. I'm starting to wonder if the real oh, you know what? Hayes' division is there. Oh, 4th Corps is there. All right, so I'm moving in the wrong direction here. We'll cheat you over there. We'll put you in forced march. We will do something similar with you. And Donovan, I'm gonna put him here for now. Certainly within striking distance of protecting Little Rock. But, alright, that's done. I think Corpus Christi Squadron is good to sail. I was kind of holding them back to see if we lost over here. I lost on the Mississippi. I might have sent them up. But I was losing so horrendously in that battle, I don't think I would have risked another one. I'm pretty sure this is a surface fleet. Maybe not. Nope, I'm guessing not. Also, this is... Oh my goodness. So there are some wooden ships, but I don't know that they'll be able to enter, because I think it's just the top 8 ships. And so it's all ironclads. Yeah, again, this may not go well, but, you know, if we can fight the blockade here and there and poke some holes in it, create some busy work for the men in harbor to repair these ships. We'll fight the idle hands problem. All right, so now... What corps is this? The 4th Corps is moving in force. Well, you know what time it is? I know what time it is. I think it's time for a new army. I was talking about it. I said around mid-August I thought I might build it. Here it is mid-September and I haven't. I have almost 58,000 volunteers, and so maybe, I mean, I would do I think I want a new corps is what I want. Yeah, they're talking about independent division, recruit a new corps is more what I'm looking for, and I think it would be based in Mississippi, and the idea is that it's going to try to hold pretty much the area from the forts up here down to Memphis, pretty much western Tennessee and maybe eastern Arkansas, if the Union's going to bring 2 corps over here, it's then a problem because it might be such a large force that it could come into Tennessee from the east, and so we got to start planning something for that. So yeah, we will go with a new corps. We'll worry. Don't like either of those options. I mean, Texas is okay. I don't know why those are the only options I have, but I'll go with Texas. It's closer. No way. Is it really? I swear Longstreet was assigned elsewhere. The Trans-Mississippi, that's actually a good name for it, but I'll probably... I don't know, I might keep that. So... Oh, did he disappear because I didn't put any forces under him? That might have happened. That did happen. Recruit a new corps. Alright, you're still only going to give me those choices. Fine. I'm guessing it's down here. I'll just create something. And we'll do 3. And we'll do artillery. Now that pretty much the other 9 corps have all had their arms upgraded, we can do other stuff here. I think we want to do 4 regiments there, 4 regiments there, 4 regiments there. For artillery here. And I want to add a cav unit to the division. Alabama, Arkansas. Yeah, it's out west, so let's just keep that going. Alright, that can be Stevenson's division. We're going to move Longstreet. No, not you, not you. What are you doing? Alright, we're going to move Longstreet, maybe to Vicksburg, maybe? Do the 2nd Division there. Maybe. Maybe I could have done the other one at Shreveport. I don't know. Seems a little bit far away from where we want to be. So maybe we do one at Vicksburg and then do the last one actually at Memphis. Yeah, I like the sound of that. But this is really a unit I don't expect to come online until 1864. So that's that. One of the, actually I guess in terms of men fielded, because we don't really deal with like civil defense and other things like that, I think these numbers are in the realm of the possible. It's not like we're fighting 150,000 versus 100,000. Like we have more than that. So that feels pretty good. And we are just waiting on the AI to show something. I mean, this could easily be 3 divisions here. Gonna be a little worried about that. Don't know what exactly is going on over here. All right, so Hardy, that's a 3-star division. That's nice. Okay, so he's part of Hampton's. I was gonna guess. I think it's Hood, but good thing I wasn't guessing. All right. We can move him up. He doesn't need to be in scouting anyhow, and he wasn't, so that's fine. Williams, not actually that close to scouting. It's too bad. Alright, Chu is almost in the green. That's good. I don't know why it looks like he's stuck in that kind of defensive stance. He shouldn't be. Yeah, we want the offensive stance. Welcome back, Colonel Randolph. If you say so. Now, are we going for this attack or what? Okay, I didn't order him all the way in. Let's order him all the way in. And whatever happens, happens. All right. Longstreet is here. We're going to do division number 2. And again, we'll do 4 brigades. Oh, here, you can be the artillery one. That's fine. We'll go ahead and recruit that. We'll recruit Loring's Cav. Georgia's fine. It's a little monotone, man. Monochromatic, not monotone. Monotone is me. Yeah. All right. Unfortunately, they might look like clone armies as they get recruited. I'm not sure. Okay, we do that, that. And I think the AI also has a tendency to like take them. Wait a minute. Oh, captain. Wow, we're pulling from captains now. Anyways. Pope, Mississippi. So yeah, you see the... Oh, you've got to be kidding me. All right, well, we can't do this anymore. We now have to do this manually. For whatever reason, when you do it individually... So if I were doing it like this... We could do that, and then we could make sure that they're volunteers and not drafts, but I guess when you auto-recruit, you can't. So that was... that was not ideal. But it's done, so whatever. Alright. Longstreet, yeah, all that is you. So you get on up there. Mississippi Squadron, I suspect it was going to be in much worse shape. Here, we'll get stuff that's really bad out of there. Because I think we have some conclads that we can throw back in here. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. We got some 100% conclads. That is fine. All right. And we send that fine-looking group. Actually, yeah. Maybe we have it run interference over here. And maybe it's time to think about another squadron that can do something similar and cut the lines in for the... cut off some of the lines for the Union over here. That Brownwater Navy doesn't seem to have the same... possibilities in the East. I've tried in other campaigns. I don't think I've done it in this one, trying to move some of those fleets from the coast in, and I don't usually make it too far. There's not really more to that story. That is the story, but I don't even really want to watch that engagement. I saw how big that group was, and I was like, ugh. Yeah, 700 yards. Yeah. I'm not surprised, but it's all right. We're just letting them know we're out here. Where are you going? Oh yeah, that's right. It's right where I ordered you. Crazy, man. All right, that's that. This might be an episode where there's no real battles. It happens. Not pleased about it. But we cannot take all those drafts. Not again. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. And some cav. So some cav. We can take some Alabama cav. I don't know if we have a lot of Alabama cav. Gotta break up the monochrome somehow. So we'll do that. Oh my goodness, that is annoying. Alright. Come over here. We'll pull some artillery from a number of places. All right, it's on volunteers by default. My goodness, there probably is a setting in here that's like prefer. I don't know. Volunteers over drafts. It would be great if there was. I don't see it. So we got to do this the long way. Nope, not that way. Alright, Longstreet is there. We might as well move him down anyways. He doesn't need to be up here. We've created the division. We just got to finish putting soldiers in it. Oh my goodness. You're really going to do this again. Alright. Louisiana, sure. We can take a battery from you. And I'm not sure if we have other Arkansas batteries, but we'll get one. Alright, that'll take care of the artillery. And we now need some infantry. Yes, yes. Volunteers. Dude, there has got to be a faster way to just get all volunteers than doing what I'm doing now. It is so wacky that when you go to recruit, it draws from drafts. It just doesn't make any sense, man. All right, since we're going to be fighting in and around Tennessee, we'll take some Tennessee volunteers as well. I wouldn't want to pull the West Virginians this far, so. And at some point in the future, we'll get these folks better weapons. But it's not right now. Yes, Alabama, you can continue to recruit. I don't know about Arizona. That's probably asking a bit much. It's pretty much all their volunteers. Might need them as replacements. Although I think you can bring drafts in as replacements and you don't take... I don't think you take the penalty. If they get killed, they kind of just magically get converted into volunteers. It's a bit of an odd thing, and I'm still not sure that it actually works that way, but I think that's what I and others found previously. All right, Louisiana. Maybe I just draft everything, or not draft everything, but take everything I can from Kentucky before I can no longer recruit from there. I guess the flip side of that is try to stay on good terms and recruit from them as long as you can. Alright, so we got you from Tennessee. I don't remember if I saw anything from Texas. Maybe it was on there. I just don't remember trying to recruit any. We have West Virginia, we have Virginia, we have Tennessee. There's just nothing in 33,000 from Texas? And very few deserters. That is nuts. I think there's probably a bunch of drafts that are there. And that... I know that Texas then... and in the game didn't have that large of a population. But that just seems like a whole lot. But then again, it could just be drafts. All right, this should be the last regiment we need. And yeah, I mean 46 is okay, I guess, for the support. All right, so what will that give Longstreet eventually? 24,000 men, 60 guns, 1,500 cav. I guess it's a thing. It's fine. See, up on 54 minutes. I mean, these guys can get better cav weapons right away. I may go in and... I don't know if I'm going to mod it to allow infantry to take Merrills and Maynards and Jocelyn's. I mean, if you're going to pay for them, like, right, who cares? I mean, you're gonna end up paying for the ammunition. That is for certain. I don't. Not exactly sure how we want to run the artillery out here because there's just so little of it. What are the other options? 12-pound field gun, basically none. 12-pound Napoleon, maybe enough for this corps. I'm trying to think. You're gonna need. Well, I would. Actually, I don't think I need that many. If I'm only gonna put one Napoleon battery in each division, it should be fine. Not sure what just happened with that one, but it should be fine. Okay, so it's going to be the first battery in each. We'll make a 12-pound Napoleon. And then after that, we can probably do the 24-pound howitzer as just an alternative. I like to have two of the smoothbore, and I just have a lot of the 24-pound howitzers. I don't know if that was it definitely wasn't something I recruited. I think it's something the AI did, or maybe the Union AI did it, and we just captured a bunch of them. You can see I have a ridiculous number of 3-inch. I think they were produced by the AI, and I then mixed them up so we had a mix of 3-inch. For the most part, I've been taking 3-inch back. But now I'll actually allocate some. And you can see that there's far fewer 10-pound parrots, and it's just a product of how the AI orders weapons and then allocates them. But so at the very least, we can get the cavalry and the artillery upgraded. I don't think any of that matters all that much, because if your infantry just don't have the weapons to stand their ground, your cavalry is not going to have the numbers or the ammo to hold off another significant force. And your artillery, it's generally good for plank, but it doesn't usually have enough lead in it to be able to stop a determined charge. So, but anyways, better is better, and that's what that is. Don't lie to me. You are not a cavalry. Oh, yeah. 3 ships lost. No surprise. And 1 got captured. Well, alright. See, Davidson's division is confident that they can win these battles that are pretty tangential to the war. Yeah, he doesn't feel it needs to push or anything like that in some of the more critical sectors, and they're going... I think it's kind of a small ball strategy, right? Going out into what I would say is Oklahoma, or Indian Territory, as it says on the map. See, the Union do have forts out here. We've actually got quite a few units from that territory. I'd like to hold them. I've noticed that throughout this episode, our national morale has dipped a bit. I'm not sure if that's stuff I'm doing or stuff they're doing, or both. Morale of armies has certainly caught up. Their national support slid. Ours hasn't yet, and that's good. I do know if in a year's time, if the war's still going on, the Union gets a big morale loss. It's no longer what it is in what I had earlier, where pretty much the Union loses the campaign if they're unable to win the war by the November 1864 elections or come very close to it. It's bad, but it's not that bad. And I don't even know if that setting makes all that much sense. That might be a kind of exaggerated event, but whatever. It's in there for now. We'll see how it goes. It's not like I need to power game the AI in terms of campaign occurrences, but there it is. I mean, yeah, so we lost out here. I guess that's okay. I'm not sure. Santa Fe Trail. All right. I think we just kind of got to take that loss rather than spreading ourselves out too far here. That's Longstreet, but if we want to minimize some of some of this telegraph movement lag stuff. We probably want to get closer to the army that's furthest away from where I need them, and that is Stevenson's division, which, yeah, looks like it's going to be a while before it's active, but that's okay. I wonder now that I kind of made that mistake of bringing in lots of drafts. I wouldn't do it on video. See, because only one of those divisions was volunteers, and we actually don't have that many drafts either. Huh. Anyways, that means that we could probably do another corps. And then have it train up over winter. But again, I wouldn't do it on video because that one's going to be painfully slow if I remember to do or not do what I kind of just did here. But I don't know, that corps maybe could be formed. Well, I think Florida was the other option I had. But then maybe move it up into Georgia, northern Alabama. And then just, if it has to flex all the way up to Lynchburg, then it does. Otherwise, if it needs to defend, pretty much between Nashville and Lynchburg might be its area of flex, but it would be a support corps, I think, for sure. All right, and we now have the Mississippi Squadron coming down. Davidson's division is, yes, I know, it's on a boat. So we're going to see what happens there. Stribling's division, I might be too slow here in moving some of this stuff. Yeah, they're actually going to land on the land and move to Fort Smith overland. With only about a month left in campaign season, I'm not sure if it's worth it, but it might be where I head things in the next episode. We might think about trying to fight Davidson's division and then going out here and simultaneously recapturing the fort, but really destroying the supply depot. I see the Union have their logistics back. They're doing that part of it right. And all right, so they didn't like what they were seeing there. We can keep the Mississippi Squadron. Well, you know what? I might be able to bring it up here and actually engage this fort. I've never tried it. I'm not sure that I want to, but here, let's move Price there. Let's move Stribling along as well. Russian warships. Tsar sympathizes with the Union. Alright, we'll move Wise up. Donovan has a whole lot of ground he's going to be responsible for here. Alright, so Stribling is there. Oh, wait, yeah, okay, so Mississippi Squadron is who I want to move up there. And Price's division, once you get... Oh, you already have your order. Weiss does too. Stribling does not. Let's give him the order. And see if we can get Davidson running here. Yeah, so over an hour in, this is not a fight I want to take in this episode, but I will go ahead. I kind of want to see what the map is. From the Autoresolve earlier in this episode, I don't want to leave this to chance. So I want to fight this, and if they decide to just run, then they just run, and that's fine. But you know, I think it's after November 1st, when kind of winter quarters season is supposed to kick in. You know, at that point, you get big movement penalties for moving in winter, and you still can campaign, but it's much harder to do, especially over long distances, particularly where you don't have railroads and stuff that can move you pretty nicely. I actually don't know this. I'm sure I've been on this map a few times, but I don't remember the Texas Road. The Texas Road. Let's just get a look at the terrain here. Okay. Bridge. Well, yeah, it's close, yeah. Alright. So, I'll save it here, and this will be where the next episode picks up. And we know we have some battling and a little bit left to the 1863 campaign season, which, when it started for the CSA, it was looking real dire straits, but it has improved remarkably, and we'll see how that campaign season ends, I think, in the next episode.